Welcome on in to MetLife Stadium, where we are about to begin a brand new season. The New York Jets are coming off of a disappointing 5-12 year. They have a new head coach in Ben Portis and a new starting quarterback being Justin Fields. Fields started 6 games last year in Pittsburgh, going 4-2, but they clearly did not believe in him, and they will be going in a different direction this year at quarterback, rolling with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers started all 17 games last year for the Jets. That's right, these two teams, they swapped quarterbacks in the offseason and now have to face each other right away here in week 1 of the new season. It's time to get it kicked off and going. Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker, booting it away. To get us started, it's going to be Caleb Johnson on the return. The rookie running back out of Iowa is down at 22. So Aaron Rodgers taking the field for the first time with the Steelers. He is in his 21st season in the NFL. The 4-time MVP award winner is going to start at a shotgun with a play-action fake and immediately have pressure on him. It's a sack. Will McDonald IV had 10.5 sacks last year, has one already after just one play this season. 3rd and 16 for Rodgers. He's going to step up, check it down to Calvin Austin, and he must have heard some footsteps there from Sherwood because he dropped it. It'll be a quick 3 and out. Let the Justin Fields era get underway here in New York. He's in his 5th year out of Ohio State, already on his 3rd team in the NFL. They'll watch Braylon Allen go in motion. It's a read option, no, a triple option, a pitch to Braylon Allen, and Pittsburgh, they were ready for it. All that motion and all that pizzazz just for a gain of 2. 3rd down for the Jets now, and it's going to be a quick hitting screen to Garrett Wilson that is incomplete. So both of these teams begin the year with a quick 3 and out. You know what they say about early season football? Defenses are just usually ahead of offenses. DK Metcalf making his first catch as a member of the Steelers. He came here via trade from the Seattle Seahawks and then signed a 4-year, $132 million contract. Rodgers throwing his way again, and DK is going to snatch it away from Jamin Davis, using all 6'4" of his frame to make that catch. Rodgers, with some awkward footwork, hits Jonnu Smith, another guy the Steelers went out and acquired through trade. He came here from Miami. The Dolphins had a career year last year in Miami. Jalen Warren left side, stuffed in the backfield. Jermaine Johnson II, welcome back. He torn Achilles tendon last year in week 2 and missed the rest of the season. A blitz on the way, and it'll get home. Quincy Williams, the first defender to get to Rodgers. It's a sack, and it'll be 3rd and a mile. What do you got, old man? The 41-year-old quarterback going deep over the middle, sailing it for DK, and he's intercepted. It is the former UDFA out of Illinois, Tony Adams, getting his 5th career INT, and the Jets will take over inside their own 30. Justin Fields is maybe a little overamped as he throws it over the head of Mason Taylor, not even giving the rookie tight end a shot to make the catch. On 3rd down, Fields is almost overthrowing Breece Hall, who had to go up and get that one. But Hall was able to do it, and the drive it will continue. All in motion on 2nd down. It's a screen for him. He'll spin by a defender, and Breece Hall hitting tackled ahead down at the 45 of Pittsburgh. So the Jets are on the attack as Jeremy Ruckert will head in motion. Braylon Allen with a running lane, and he's brought down by Jalen Ramsey at 32. Expect to see a lot of Braylon Allen and Breece Hall both. Should be a good combination to have at running back. El Nazard on a bubble screen is going to put the Jets in the red zone. He's down at the 16. It'll be a bunch left look on 1st down. Fields will be hit. The ball comes out. The roll incomplete, luckily for the Jets. Armand Membu, the rookie out of Mizzou, getting called for holding here. He has a really tough matchup in his first ever game going against TJ Watt. A tough matchup for anybody, but especially a rookie tackle in his first game. Breece Hall open over the middle, and he will go 22 yards to the end zone, scoring the first touchdown of the year for the Jets as they strike first and have a 7-0 lead. Breece Hall in the last year of his rookie deal, hoping to stick around long term if he keeps on making plays like that. I'm sure the Jets will give him a long-term deal. DK Metcalf able to beat Sauce Gardner in man coverage there. 3rd down. Rodgers with all day back there. No pressure on him. He's going to hurl it to his right into double coverage, and he's picked again. Michael Carter II, the 5th-year man out of Duke, sprinting down the sideline, and they're going to mark him down at the 17. The second INT of the day by this Jets defense, and this time it's going to set the offense up already in the red zone. Aaron Allen to the left side of the formation. He's inside the 10, reaching up for a first down, and he got it. It's going to be goal to go at the 7. Fields ahead under center. Give it to Aaron Allen again. He is knocked down by Patrick Queen at the 2. So the Jets are pounding away on the ground, trying to take advantage of this short field, and they will. A touchdown run for Justin Fields, the 20th rushing touchdown of his career. 2 takeaways by the defense and 2 touchdowns by the offense. So the Jets are just playing some sound, complimentary football in the early going. Here is a jet sweep. It's Robert Woods, the veteran wide receiver, down at the 38 in New York. Good tackle by Andre Sisco, but a huge gain for Pittsburgh. Rodgers getting the ball out of his hands quickly. It's DK Metcalf making his 5th catch already of the first half. So the Steelers are moving the ball down the field quickly. Caleb Johnson left side, the rookie running back inside the 10, stiff-arming a defender, and he's out of bounds at the 2. Goal to go for Pittsburgh now. They're going to go with a shotgun. It's a run right side. Jaylen Warren will punch it in. His 7th career touchdown, and the Steelers will cut the lead in half. A big response by them to make it a 1-score game again. It'll be a designed quarterback run on first down, and Fields able to pick up 6 yards. Expect to see a lot of Fields running this season. That is something he does extremely well. Under pressure on second down, he'll throw it down the field for Garrett Wilson, and it's out of reach. Derek Harmon, the rookie defensive tackle out of Oregon, applying the pressure. The Jets are going to keep the ball on the ground on 3rd and 4, and it works out. Aaron Allen moving the chains. The Jets up near midfield. About 4:30 to go in the half. It's a draw. Breece Hall taking a shot from Jalen Ramsey at the end of the run, but it will be another first down. Here is a triple option, a pitch to Aaron Allen. May have been a bit of a premature pitch, but Aaron Allen will pick up 5 yards to make it 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 5. Fields to the left side of the formation. Breece Hall making the catch, but not getting a first down. See how aggressive the Jets want to be on 4th and 1. They're going to bring out the thicker kicker, Harrison Mevis. His first regular season kick is good. The 52-yard try is up and through to put the Jets up by 2 scores again. A 10-point game as we are closing in on halftime. And Aaron Rodgers, he's going to run, not sliding, taking a couple of hits. The 41-year-old quarterback wanting to show that he's a tough player still. As now we are at the 2-minute warning. DK Metcalf getting popped by Quincy Williams. And it'll be a gain of 9, though, for Pittsburgh. The Steelers are going to go hurry up, trying to save all their timeouts. A pass is going to be caught by Calvin Austin, a 5'9", 162-pound receiver out of Memphis. Later on the drive at 27. Rodgers over the middle, a check down to Pat Freiermuth. And now the Steelers are going to use a timeout here. They got 1 remaining. 45 seconds to go in the half. Rodgers looking and panicking. Nobody open that he sees, and it's another sack. Will McDonald, the 4th, taking down Rodgers back at the 30. His 2nd sack of the first half. And Pittsburgh will not use that timeout yet. They're going to save it. Rodgers down the field to DK Metcalf. He is down in bounds with a first down, and the Steelers will use their last timeout now. And they will just bring out Chris Boswell for a 30-yard field goal. He's going to put it up and right down the middle, and we'll end the first half with it 17-10. New York leading Pittsburgh by a touchdown as we begin the second half. Garrett Wilson, nicely to join us in this 2025 season. He got held catchless in the first half. Makes his first catch of the year there. Out of 11 personnel on 3rd down. Fields drifting back near his own 30 with nobody open, and he's going to be sacked by Derek Harmon, the first sack in his career. And that'll end the New York Jets drive in the first of the 3rd quarter. The second half, Rodgers over the middle to Calvin Austin, who stays on his feet for a second and is down across midfield, brought down by Sauce Gardner. So Steelers on the move, hoping to tie this game up. Rodgers under duress and sacked by Jermaine Johnson the 2nd. That is his first sack since 2023. Been a long time coming. Great to see him healthy back out there. Rodgers on 3rd and 16 is going to chuck it up to the end zone. Into double coverage for Robert Woods, and it's incomplete. Brandon Stevens, the ex-Raven, used to facing the Steelers, next to play in the end zone. The Jets back at their own 8. Breece bouncing this run outside, and he's going to be crunched. Down at the 15 with a gain of 7. Mason Taylor in motion. Breece is going to follow him left side. He'll turn the corner and is up past the 30, met at the 34 and stopped. He's got 54 yards on 10 runs, has also been a good pass catcher. Braylon Allen taking his turn, giving Breece a bit of a breather. He'll stumble down to the 40. Each team with an injured player here. I didn't even know that could happen in Madden. It's El Nazar for the Jets and Alex Highsmith for the Steelers. Here's Fields from a clean pocket. Bailing on it anyway, throwing on the move, and hitting Josh Reynolds across midfield. When Fields makes throws like that, you see why he was taken in the first round. El Nazar dealing with a bruised shoulder with high risk of re-injury. He's already back out there, though, wanting to help his team and stay on the field for every snap possible. Braylon Allen up to the 26. After a loss of 3 on first down, Fields is going to keep it, and he's going to get a key block from El Nazar, and Fields will score. A long touchdown run for Justin Fields, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, 3rd overall touchdown, and the Jets are on top by 2 scores again. Jalen Warren, right side. He's going to turn the corner, avoid Derek Nottie, who is hustling down the field and laid out to try to make a tackle. Just couldn't quite get to the really quick, undersized running back Jalen Warren. For the Steelers, across midfield, Rodgers stepping up and surrounded. It's going to be sacked again, a 5th sack today by the New York defensive line. Quinnen Williams, he got to get to Rodgers officially with the sack, at least a half sack. Rodgers checking it down to Jalen Warren. He'll throw off Brandon Stevens, avoid a defender, Jalen Warren. All the way to the 23, my goodness. Pittsburgh in the red zone after a gain of 7. Caleb Johnson bouncing his run outside. He's had a couple of impressive runs in this one. He'll go down at the 10. So basically goal to go for Pittsburgh. Rodgers scanning, moving to his left, and he's going to use his legs to run again. Surprised to see him as mobile looking as he has been. At the 1, a quarterback sneak is denied. Derek Nottie able to stop Rodgers shy of the 1st and the end zone, both. And Pittsburgh, they're going to go really conservative here, kicking it from the 1. Why not just go for it there? If you don't get it, you pin it back at the 1. That is just a really soft decision. It goes from a 2-score game to a 2-score game, by the way, after that kick is good. Garrett Wilson, cross midfield. And yeah, Mason Taylor dealing with a bruised knee. Means we're going to see a lot more of the other 2 tight ends in Jeremy Ruckert and Drew Sample the rest of the way. Mason Taylor is going to try and get a couple of snaps on the field out there. About 10 minutes to go in the 4th. Fields will run right through the heart of the Pittsburgh defense and put on a nasty spin. Going down at the 15. My, oh my, Justin Fields. He'll keep it again here, and this time Derek Harmon is waiting for him. He is really looking like a first-round pick out there, making quite a few plays in this one. Fields is going to extend the play. Trying to find somebody open. He'll throw it to the end zone over the head of Garrett Wilson. Those two have just not been on the same page. Maybe if they played more together in the preseason, they'd be on the same page. Fields on 3rd down to the end zone for Arian Smith, and he didn't even give the rookie a chance. It's out of bounds and incomplete. And Harrison Mevis out for his 2nd field goal try of the regular season. He's going to put it up and through, make him 2 for 2, and the Jets are on top by 14. Caleb Johnson back to return this kick, gets a block, he's going to bounce outside, and Caleb Johnson near midfield will be brought down by Buddy Johnson. That might give the Steelers a big-time spark, something they've been looking for. It's 3rd down already, though, and Rodgers will take a chance into double coverage, triple coverage, and that should have been intercepted. Tony Adams had a real good chance to pick it off, but he didn't. Did complete and lead to a punt. 3rd and 12 for the Jets now. Fields pressured and sacked. Alex Highsmith back in the game. Looks like the injury he suffered earlier was not too serious, and the Jets will go 3 and out. Rodgers in Pittsburgh at midfield. It'll be a quick throw right side. Pat Freiermuth down with a gain of 7. Starting to get late. We're already under 7 minutes to go. Now under 6 minutes to go in the 4th. Rodgers looking, breaking away from one defender. A second, but not the third. Quinnen Williams in on a sack. Again, so is Will McDowell and Leonard Taylor the third. 3rd and long, Rodgers a pump fake. And he's going to chuck it up again, this time for DK Metcalf in one-on-one coverage. And Brandon Stevens will win the battle in the end zone. So Pittsburgh on 4th and 14. What do you do here? Down 2 scores. They're going to go for it. They're going to be aggressive. Rodgers with time. He's out of it, though. He's going to be hit. A lame duck down the field is pulled down by DK Metcalf. And that'll keep the Steelers alive. Had we not hit Rodgers, maybe that would have been an overthrow. We don't know. Rodgers dancing, improvising, finding Robert Woods in the end zone. And that'll be a touchdown, making this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. Pittsburgh, they're not done yet. They can get a stop. They can tie this game up potentially. Braylon Allen going nowhere on the run. Down in the backfield, a loss of 1. Steelers are not going to let the Jets just run it out. Going to make things tough. Fields throwing to his right, and the pass is incomplete. Jeremy Ruckert, the intended target. You throw it here on 3rd down. Jets will. It's going to be a screen, a safe throw. Caught by Breece Hall, and he cannot get the blocking he needs. And the Steelers are going to stop and have a chance here to drive the field and tie this one up. Here we are, late in the 4th quarter of Aaron Rodgers' debut with the Steelers, and he has a chance to win a game-tying drive against the team that he played for last year, the Jets. Because, of course, that's the scenario we are in. Nice job by Jalen Warren to go out of bounds there and save a timeout. Here he's going to cut inside instead of going outside. Could have broke off a lot bigger run. Goes down in bounds, and it'll force the Steelers to use a timeout. They got 2 left. Time ticking off the clock on 3rd and 7. Rodgers taking off and running for a first. He slides down at the 32 with 1:03 to go. 1 timeout remaining for Pittsburgh as it's 3rd and 5. Rodgers to Freiermuth at the marker, and he got a first. Looks like Pittsburgh will spike it instead of using their last timeout. Aaron Rodgers at the 21. It's Freiermuth who breaks away from Sauce Gardner and is down at the 5. A touchdown-saving tackle made by Tony Adams as Pittsburgh uses their last timeout. So it's all down to this. Can they get the ball into the end zone? Rodgers throwing on the move, and it's going the other way. Jamie Sherwood with a game-sealing interception. He could fall down and end the game. Instead, he's going to try to return it all the way. And he will, 94 yards to the end zone. He sends a statement to Aaron Rodgers that you are no longer the Jets quarterback as he wins the game for the Jets, barring a miracle for the Steelers. They do have 10 seconds to try and pull off something, and they will not pull off much of anything. It's intercepted by Brandon Stevens. Aaron Rodgers has just thrown 4 interceptions for the first time in a game in his career. It's his 249th game of his career. Ben Portis has his first win in the NFL as a head coach. He defeats Mike Tomlin as the Jets defeat the Steelers 34-20 in Week 1. The defense had allowed 376 total yards and 24 first downs. Not ideal, but we did have 6 sacks, 4 INTs, and made big plays in big spots. Weird stat line award here. Sauce Gardner had 17 total tackles in this game. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Sauce Gardner has never at any level of play had 17 total tackles in a game. The offense, we ran for 177 total yards, averaging 6.1 yards per carry, and had 0 turnovers. That is all great, but we only had 116 net passing yards. That is horrible. You can't be throwing the ball for that few of yards and expect to win. So, gonna have to improve upon that. Other Week 1 action. Cowboys upset the rival defending champion Eagles in Week 1, 31-25. The other team that made the Super Bowl, the Chiefs, lost in Week 1 as well, falling to the Chargers 29-24. Cool that Madden has these highlight reels or weekly recaps in the game, whatever you want to call it, but they're kind of laggy. You need to improve upon that. Speaking of laggy, the menus are laggy. We're going to suffer on through them. Arian Smith getting 3 to his short route running, 2 to his deep and one who is medium. He'll get more playing time in week 2. Malachi Corley, what is his ceiling? I really think his ceiling is probably like a good wide receiver 3. Nothing more than that. Marshawn Kneeland played 9 snaps in week 1. He's only been with us for 2 weeks, so once he gets used to the playbook a little more, he'll get more playing time. He already has a half sack under his belt on just 9 snaps. Azareye'h Thomas, unplayable in man coverage. Cornerback 4 until that gets good enough. Getting a little better there. Tony Adams, he was the one that actually began the pick party at the first INC off of Aaron Rodgers. He's due to his man coverage here. Speaking of upgrades, we got one for Ben Portis. He has enough points to spend now. We're going to use it on Scout's Honor, but we can't use this until next year because we're already past the point where you can hire scouts. So yeah, unfortunate, but in the long run, it'll be worth it. We are unable to negotiate yet, but let's at least look at what our key pending free agents to be are asking for. John Simpson on a 2-year, $12 million contract wants nearly double the amount of money. Derek Nottie on a 1-year, $1.4 million prove-it deal wants $11 million over just 1 year. Those are some big asks. Quincy Williams wants basically the same contract that he's already on with a slight pay raise. I'd be all right with that. I would also be okay with handing out the contracts that Tony Adams and Andre Cisco are asking for. Elijah Vera Tucker is asking for $17.5 million per year. If he wants that, he has to stay healthy for a full year. Breece Hall, if he took that contract, would be the 17th highest paid running back in the NFL, or right around there, which would be perfectly fine with me. A couple of draft stories to go over. Jalen Gore, a defensive tackle out of Miami, suffered a major injury. He was a projected top 5 pick in this upcoming draft and is going to be sliding down draft boards, which could mean that somebody could get a steal if he ends up being good and falling pretty far in the draft. Luke Barber, a wide receiver out of USF, is a game breaker, really good kick returner. He is a fringe first/second round projected pick. We are in need of wide receivers, and him being able to return kicks is definitely a bonus. We should be one of the better running teams in the NFL. We got 2 more than capable running backs in Breece Hall and Braylon Allen. Justin Fields is easily one of the better running quarterbacks in the NFL. Having said all that, we have to throw the ball better. Only 139 passing yards, that will not get the job done more often than not. Now, yes, game script did play a small part in why we had only 139 passing yards. Still, missed some throws down the field. Garrett Wilson, he's got to be more involved. Only 3 catches. He's had to deal with a lot of bad quarterbacks in his young NFL career, and Justin Fields is better than a lot of the guys that he's had to play with before. So I don't see why Garrett Wilson can't go out there and be what he has been, or if not better. The defense, what they did is not sustainable. 4 picks, 6 sacks. You can't expect your defense to go out there and do that every single game. Aaron Rodgers, he's a statue. That's why we got so many sacks. And the 4 picks, he was playing under pressure. Jamien Sherwood, awesome to see him to go out there, get that game-sealing interception as he tries to live up to that mega 3-year, $45 million contract that he signed. He's off to a good start. Speaking of good starts, Will McDonald IV, 4 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, basically matched what he did in his rookie season in 1 game here in his 3rd year in the NFL. Now, again, he did that against Aaron Rodgers. In his next game, he'll be facing Josh Allen. Is he going to have that same level of success? Probably not. The Bills, they are 1-0. They beat the Ravens in week 1, 24-20, only allowing 3 points in the second half. They have a great quarterback in Josh Allen, of course, have James Cook at running back, and have some good players littered all over their roster. We do not play the Bills again all the way until week 18, so whoever wins this one will have bragging rights for a long time and will also be in first place in the AFC East. Yes, it's early, but it is a big game already. We'll see if we can beat the Bills in our week 2 matchup against them and get to 2-0 on the year. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.